You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of Elite Fleet. And today we're going to talk about the only situation where I'm personally okay with you going 50-50 with your woman. Those of you who've been here long enough know that I believe a man should pay all the bills or at least go 70-30. I personally don't recommend men getting in relationships until they're in a position where they could go 70-30 or take care of everything. But I also acknowledge everybody's not the same. I get it. Some people don't want to pay all the bills, okay? They feel like that's a ripoff, or they don't see the benefit of a housewife, even though I've already broke that down in another video, okay? Some women don't want to be housewives. And they're like, well, I don't want to be a housewife, right? So in this video, we're going to talk about when it's okay to be in a 50-50 relationship, okay? Now, if you remember my older video where I said how to make any relationship work, right? That's a gem. Y'all should check that one out if y'all haven't already. I talked about the power couple. And that plays right into this video. The only time I say it's okay to go 50-50 in a relationship is if you guys are a power couple. What's a power couple? It means both people in the relationship are high earners and have high earning potential. Now, most people will put that at six figures. To me, I put high earner anything 75,000 or above. To me, that's a high earner. If y'all both smart, y'all both budgeting and living within your means, you have basically endless possibilities with 75,000 plus, especially if it's two of you with that amount of money, because that means you guys have over $100,000 in the household, right? So if y'all playing this smart with $150,000, y'all should be able to get done what you want to get done. Now, why am I okay with a 50-50 power couple relationship dynamic? Simple, because you two can help each other out. For example, when I was dating the CDO, one of our plans was she wanted to do interior design. So I'm like, okay, if we work out, if we last, okay, if this thing goes forever, or whatever the case may be, I can help you do that. How can I help you do that? By alleviating some of your bills so that you could take that money you was putting into this and put it into your interior design business. I actually helped her get her LLC started and walk her down the paths and stuff like that. So that way you can focus on that, and that can eventually become your primary source of income. Because some people make a lot of money. She didn't make a lot of money, but she didn't really love her job. A lot of people make a lot of money, but it's not necessarily in passion, right? So I'm like, I can alleviate some of your bills so you can put some money into your passion. That way your passion can become your purpose. And there was things she could help me out with too. Like, for example, I was going to rent out a garage because there's no garage at my place to shoot certain things for the sitcom that I have coming out in the spring. She's like, oh, you can use my garage and save that money. See, when you're in a power couple, you're in a power dynamic and both people are financially stable and have expendable income, you have limitless possibilities of what you could do. Not only can you guys help yourselves if you're both not already in your passion and living in your purpose or doing what you want to do, but if you guys are doing what you want to do, right? Say you're a lawyer and that's what you want to do, or she's a doctor and that's what she wanted to do. Well, you still have endless possibilities, because we talking about y'all can go out and buy $1 million house. We talking about y'all can have kids and take the kids to Disneyland, take the kids to Universal Studios, right? Y'all could travel the world. Y'all have endless possibilities. So in that case, a 50-50 relationship makes sense. Now, what I say it doesn't make sense to get in the 50-50 relationship is if neither one of you make at least $75,000. Because to me, I'm just being honest. People gonna get offended by this, but I'm just being real. Especially with the guys. Not so much the girls, but especially with the guys. I tell the guys all the time, $50,000, right? If you're a MGTOW, if you just want to do your own thing, be a bachelor, you're not concerned with a family or having a housewife or any of that crap, $50,000 is enough for you to live comfortable, for you to travel a little bit, for you to basically be good. If you want to strive for more, that's fine. But you don't have to. But to be in a relationship I tell the dudes all the time, you better be aiming for 75,000 or above, because a relationship and a family, it costs money. What's going to happen if you get in a 50-50 relationship, right? And your woman makes 50,000, because she better be making just the same as you or less, because if she making more, that's definitely destined to fail. And I know the women going to come in, that's not true, Alex. Yes, it is. She can't make more money than you. They're not designed that way. Yeah, there's 2 out of 10 women I work with, but what's the likelihood you're going to get one of those 2 women? So just don't do it, all right? So if you're making 50,000, chances are you're going to end up with a woman who's making 50,000 or less. Y'all going to be in a struggle relationship, because what y'all don't understand is you're already coming in with your own debt. You make 50,000 a year, right? Most likely you're renting a place, you got your own car, right? You're probably making car payments. She probably making car payments. She probably got her own car insurance. Yeah, y'all gonna move in together and save a little bit of money. But my point is, y'all already basically living paycheck to paycheck. But when y'all come together, y'all gonna be good until you have a child. That's what's gonna mess everything up. Because what you gotta understand is, if you have a woman who makes $50,000 or less, right? Like say a woman make $30,000, $40,000. Let's say $40,000. She roughly bringing home in gross probably about $2,500 after taxes, right? Do y'all realize a good solid daycare is running you about $2,000 a month? All right, $2,000 a month. That's basically her whole check. So guess what? That means your money gonna have to pay for her car, your car, both the car insurances, pretty much the rent, probably a little bit of the cable. She might be able to knock out the phone bill and food or something like that, but she's not going to have much left after she pays for daycare. This is why I'm saying your family is going to end up being a struggle family if y'all both coming in with less than $75,000. It's almost hard to avoid. Now, if you live somewhere like Tupelo, Mississippi or Syracuse, New York, you can probably pull it off. But if you live in any type of major metropolitan city, y'all going to be in a struggle relationship once y'all insert a kid into $50,000 or less a piece, right? So I don't recommend a 50-50 relationship in a dynamic where neither one of you or one of you don't have enough money to make it a power couple. See, if you make 6 figures, like I know some of y'all think, well, Alex, what if I make $100,000 and she only makes $30,000? Then we could do 50-50. How? Bro, the type of places you like to eat, the type of car you like to drive, you're right. If you make $100,000, you're not going to live somewhere where someone who makes $30,000 or $40,000 is going to be able to help you with the bills. Chances are you have a mortgage that's like $2,000 or more, or you live in an apartment that's like $2,000 or more. So if you try to go 50-50 with a woman who makes $30,000, $40,000, we're going to run back into the same situation with daycare. Her splitting the rent is taking our whole damn check. It doesn't make any sense at that point. She might as well just be a housewife. If she doesn't want to be a housewife, you let her make that dumbass decision and you move on. And vice versa for the women watching. If you're in that dynamic, it's the same thing for you. Unless you plan on taking care of this man, it really doesn't make sense for you to make 6 figures and date a dude who make $40,000 because he's not going to be able to afford to keep up with your lifestyle. See, this is why this is a Financial Friday video. Because we're really talking about the business dynamic of relationships, all right? Now, as a woman, it's okay if your man makes more, right? So let's change the dynamic. Say you make 6 figures and your woman makes like 50, 60,000. As a man, you could probably make that work because you could just go 70-30 or something like that. I still wouldn't recommend 50-50 because she can't afford it, but it works for you. Women ain't gonna want to go 70-30 with no man, not for long. So it makes no sense for them. So in those situations where it's less than that, if you're a woman, I say if you make $50,000 or less and you don't have no career aspiration that's going to take you higher than that, you need to be looking for someone who can just alleviate you of your job. That's just me. Because again, by the time you have a kid, your job's going to be useless. If you're still having to work, you had a kid with the wrong dude because y'all going to have a struggle family, right? If you're a man, again, I wouldn't even recommend getting into a relationship or trying to build a family until you have at least 75,000 plus. So you can date around, you can have fun, but I wouldn't get serious. I would keep focusing on myself till I'm at that 75,000 plus or above. But I would not recommend personally getting into a 50-50 relationship if it's not a power couple dynamic and you're both not basically balling or pretty close to balling, or like I said, at least financially stable, right? That's my opinion on the matter for various reasons. This is not going to be economically visible. And it's one thing to struggle on your own, right? I want to leave you guys with this. It's one thing to struggle on your own. You make $50,000, you live in paycheck to paycheck, but it's just you. Okay? Vice versa for men and women. It's a whole nother thing when you're struggling and you have a partner. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to end up resenting your partner. If you're a woman, right, and you have a baby, right, and you had to take 2 months off to have the baby, and you got to go right back to damn work immediately as soon as your V-box comes slightly back together because your man just can't hold down the fort, it's gonna eventually cause resentment. If you're a man and you with a woman and she's working, she ain't cooking, she ain't cleaning, she ain't babysitting, right? She's not doing all the little things all the time, it's gonna cause resentment. Because you're like, damn, I'm still paying for most of everything. Kind of like the example I told you, where if you make 6 figures, you make $75,000, and she's trying to go 50-50 when she can't really afford it. In your head, you're going to be like, damn, I'm still paying for everything, but I'm getting very little back in return. I'm telling y'all, it's going to eventually cause a problem that, depending on how strong y'all bond is, y'all might be able to get through. But this is the reason why a lot of couples get divorced. This is the reason why a lot of people end up with baby mamas and baby fathers. Because they don't think about the business dynamic of it. If you're going to go 50-50, in my opinion, the only way it works is if you're both high earners and you make a power couple. Alright? If that's not the case, I recommend for the man to put himself in a high earning bracket so that he can either have a housewife or he can be in a power couple. I don't recommend men date if they don't have aspirations or something set up to make them higher than $50,000 as far as having a family or a relationship. And again, if you're a woman and you don't have aspirations or you have something set up or a higher desire to make more than $50,000, then I suggest you work your job, find yourself a high value man, and be his housewife. Alright, that's my Financial Friday on relationships for today. I'm okay with 50-50 if it's in the dynamic of a power couple, alright? If you guys are $50,000 or below, 50-50 is not going to work. Alright? I can make a longer video on this and go into more detail, but I'll save that for a live. We're going to have the studio set up soon. I'll be able to go into lives and get into more details about this, but trust me when I tell y'all, I know what I'm talking about. It's going to cause resentment. Otherwise, that's my thoughts on this piece, alright? I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.